Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. So today I am making another Gilmore Girls video for you, and if you don't already know, I am in the middle of creating a Gilmore Girls save file on my channel. So I'm basically creating either a build or a character from the show every single Saturday. So if you're interested in seeing those, please check them out, and I'll also link a playlist down below and in the video somewhere for you to have a look if you're interested. But yeah, so today we are creating Old Man Twickham's house, or the Twickham house, and this is the house that I'm probably going to put Luke in the save file, because in the show he lives above his diner, but the nature of The Sims 4 is that we can't have our Sims live in a lot and run a diner in the same lot. So I'm gonna probably put him in this house because he does at one point in the show own it. So to give it a bit of context, the house is introduced in the episode To Live and Let Diorama, which is a ridiculous and a hilarious episode, so definitely watch it if you haven't seen the show before. But yes, so the episode starts with all of the characters lined up to this house, basically queuing up to say goodbye to the owner of the house, Old Man Twickham. And it's quite light-hearted, and it's quite almost morbid in the fact that they're so light-hearted about this, you know, horrible situation. But I think the joke is that Old Man Twickham has nearly died quite a lot, and he's a bit of a drama queen maybe, and that it's just become the norm for the town, you know. I think they say that he's nearly died 20 times, and that Miss Patty is somehow the winner because she said goodbye to him like at least 17 times. So it's a bit of a joke in the show, but he does eventually die in the episode, and he donates his house to the town and all of its possessions so that it can be turned into a museum. And in general, the town is pretty into its town history as a way of attracting tourists. Stars Hollow is obviously quite a pretty town, and throughout the show they sort of make the most of tourist attractions and making the most of the town's history through various events and stuff like that. But in particular, Taylor, the town selectman, is obsessed with the town's history, so he completely jumps on this opportunity to create a museum and goes a bit crazy with the idea of the historical value of this house and the town. And they kind of make fun of it in the show because basically this guy has donated all of these possessions, but none of them hold any sort of significant historical value. They're kind of like tangentially related to important people. To give a couple of examples, I think they drop a cannonball through the floorboards, and one of like the displays is to view this cannonball with a torch in this hole that they accidentally made through the floorboards. So it's a bit of a mess. And then also there is a diorama downstairs, really weird and eerie, and I think it's supposed to be of a conversation between the family of the founders of the town, and one of the kids can't speak or is mute, and so they keep panning to him, like almost expecting him to speak, but it's obviously a mannequin, and the light shines on this kid and then he just doesn't say anything, and it's quite creepy and awkward. So yeah, this museum basically isn't very good quality, and so the town ends up basically putting up the house for auction in the end, and Luke ends up bidding for the house because basically he's recently started a relationship with Lorelai, who's the main character of the show, and he sees himself settling down with her basically, and he's always thought of this house as the house he would want to settle down and have a family in because it's so beautiful and big enough for a family, and he says that he loves the craftsmanship and that it's a really well-made house and he values that. But unfortunately for Luke, Kirk ends up bidding for the house too, and because Kirk, well, he lives with his mum, and so he has saved up a whole load of money because he also has like a million jobs and no life. So he has saved up a load of money and is able to bid outright for the house, and so he ends up being able to buy it, and Luke is outraged, and so he storms off to the town elders and demands that he get priority over this house because he can, you know, pay for it. And then I think they have a meeting with the town elders in a sauna, which is ridiculous, but you know, Gilmore Girls, so whatever. And then I think they recognise that he cares more about the house, you know, he wants it for Lorelai, and so they prioritise him over Kirk and they give him the house. But then because he hasn't told Lorelai about it, he ends up like not living in the house anyway and sells it, I think, or something like that. But at one stage he does own this house, so that's why in the save file I am going to start Luke out living in this house. And that's also why I have furnished it the way I have done, because I had the option to to make it as a museum, but because Luke would be living there, I wanted to make it a residential build. So it wouldn't make sense for me to then furnish it as a museum if it's going to be a house for someone. So I did my best at furnishing it as a house, basically. So it's quite dated, it's quite fancy, like the trim I've made quite fancy because I figured because that would suit the house, like the exterior of the house. It's also quite elaborate, I think. So I've tried to suit that, but also in terms of furnishing, I basically had in mind a mixture of what I thought Old Man Twickham's furnishing would be mixed with what I thought Luke's furnishing would be. Yeah, lots of wood, lots of well-crafted items, and also quite classy because it's quite a classy house as well. And in the show, we don't really see the house furnished at all. We only see it bare and then obviously with the museum decorations. But the interior of the house in those shots is like a horrible greeny brown colour, and I really struggled to pick out wallpaper and flooring that actually matched like the windows and the doors, because the windows and doors are quite classic white, right? And then the interior actually has a lot of timber. So I found that they clashed quite a lot when I was trying to pick out styles, and I ended up cutting out a whole load of footage of me just playing around with the wallpaper and flooring. So yeah, I've saved you that pain, but I'm still not convinced I'm entirely happy with it. So let me know if you have any ideas for how to edit the interior. Because of that idea of Luke wanting it to be a family home, I also ended up creating like a little outdoor area, sort of a nice family garden, because I figured maybe Old Man Twickham had grandchildren and they came and visited regularly. So they've got like a set of swings outside and a barbecue area and things like that that, you know, would be appropriate for family outdoor space. And then in terms of the rooms that I've included, I've basically got this massive open plan space downstairs, which is where they've got like a little seating area, a piano, and then that's sort of connected to a living area which has a TV, and then there's a separate dining room and a little kitchen off to the side next to the stairs. There's a bathroom downstairs, and then upstairs there's 2 bedrooms and then 2 bathrooms, I believe, and then they also have a balcony space upstairs, which is actually really beautiful. I really love that, and it is a lovely house, so I can't wait to put it in the save file. I think the lot that I put it on is the one opposite Lorelai and Rory's house, so I'm pretty sure that that's not where it is really in Stars Hollow, but that was the only lot that was actually big enough to have this house, other than one other lot, which is where I plan on doing the dragonfly in. That may end up being the next video that I create this save file, to keep an eye out for that. I may do some characters first before I do that. That's definitely in the running. I can't wait to create that. It's going to be so gorgeous. It's such a beautiful building, and they've got stables as well, I think, in the Dragonfly Inn, and oh my god, I really want horses in The Sims 4. If you don't already know, I'm absolutely animal obsessed, and horses is like the most important part of the game for me. That's the only thing I want now, really. I mean, I would love other aspects of gameplay, but I think, yeah, horses for me is the big one. So when that comes, I'll be absolutely set. As long as they give us everything we need that comes with horses, like show jumping and some careers. But yes, I'm going off on a tangent now, so I'll stop. I've still got absolutely loads to create in this save file. I thought I was nearly there, but I'm really not. In terms of characters, I've still got Max, Tristan, Paris, who I'm so excited to make. I absolutely adore Paris, and I can't wait to talk about her in the video. She's got some amazing lines and some amazing scenes. And then also the grandparents and Jason. I'm also not sure whether I'll include any Yale characters, obviously, other than Logan, and April as well, who is Luke's daughter. So yeah, let me know what you think about them down in the comments below. And then in terms of builds, I've still got a load of shops to create. I sort of started with the marketplace, but then I didn't finish up with, like, for example, Andrew's bookstore, the music shop, and the cat shop. So they're important ones to tick off. But then I've also, like I said, got the Dragonfly Inn, I've got the grandparents' house, and I've got Stars Hollow High to do, and some apartment blocks just to house some of the characters, because there's going to be loads of characters that don't have enough room for houses. So I've got to, yeah, give them some houses. And I was also thinking, I don't know, I'm a bit scared to mention this just in case you all ask for it, but what if I built Chiltern or Yale or something like that? Because I feel like they are really important parts of the series, but they are going to be big and not necessarily within Newcrest. So let me know down below how important those things are to you, and we'll see. I'll do my best. But yes, I'm coming up to the end of the build now, so I'm just going to let the music play and then we'll go into the screenshot. So I really hope you liked this video and that you liked the build as well. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of it. If you are interested in seeing more Gilmore Girls content from me, then I post every single Saturday like I mentioned. I've got everything on the gallery and I've got my information down below, so go and check that out if you're interested, and also check out previous videos because like I said, I've got loads of them. If you like this video, then please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!